Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my April beauty favorites. If you'd like to find out more, then just keep watching. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. So why should you turn on your post notifications and why should you subscribe? Oftentimes, YouTube only features people in your YouTube feed that you are watching frequently. So if for some reason you miss one of my videos, you may not ever see me featured in your YouTube feed ever again. I become lost and a part of the subscriptions that you have, but you don't tend to watch my videos. But if you subscribe and then turn on your notification bell, you never miss an upload. That's why you subscribe and that's why you turn on your notification bell. So what have I been loving in the month of April? I have quite a few April favorites over here in my basket that I want to share with you. But before we get started, I want to unbox something from the House of Sillage. Here's the box, and here is the beautiful box. I'm almost afraid to touch it because it's white. So you guys can't see it because it is white, but I'll turn it this way. It says, I think it's House of Sillage. Heard of this company, I've heard of this brand, but I don't know that I've heard it pronounced, but I feel like it's House of Sillage. But you guys tell me. Let's pull our little bow here and unbox this. Here we go. Oh my gosh. It was a really big box for a small package. That was still really, really beautiful packaging. It says House of Sillage Signature Collection. I believe it's the Women's Discovery Set. And there are 10 fragrances in this box. So let's see what I got. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, so I've got 10 fragrances here. And you know I want to try something. But let me read on the box what fragrances I received. I received Tiara, Cherry Garden, Emerald Rain, Benevolence, Passion de l'Amour, Holiday by House of Sillage, Nuez Moi, Love is in the Air, Chevaux d'Or. I can't pronounce this last one. It starts with an H. I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. These fragrances are made in France. These parfums have 20% perfume oil in them. I believe I have heard a little bit about this brand and it was all positive. I have no idea where to begin here, but I want to try something I don't have on a fragrance right now. I think I'll just start on the end with Love is in the Air. Let's just grab that. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. It smells familiar, but I like it. Sophisticated. Oh, that's nice. I like that. We're starting off good. That one smells really nice. I'm going to try all of these fragrances and let you guys know my favorites. I will pop the notes up of the fragrance that I just tried, but it was a great start. I smell lovely right now. Yes, I do. So good. So they sell a lot of fragrances. Of course, they sell the larger sizes, but this discovery set is a great way to try them out before committing to a full-size bottle. I do have a 25% discount code if you guys are interested in trying out this set, and I will also leave it in the description box. I'm not sure if the code works for all products that are sold on this site, but you guys are welcome to give it a try. But again, this is by House of Sillage, and I'm going to be smelling really great for quite a while. Thank you to House of Sillage for sending me this wonderful discovery set. I tell you what, I'm smelling like a grown-up right now. Grown and sexy. So now let's talk about my monthly favorites. I'm going to start with a little bit of body care, but I do have timestamps down below if you'd like to move along to your favorite sections of this video. The first item that I want to talk about is this OSEA Anti-Aging Body Balm. And one of the reasons I want to talk about it first is I want to put some on. I want you guys to be able to see how great this is. I'm going to use a very small amount. I've been using it kind of all over, but I especially like to use it here on my neck and décolleté. And yesterday specifically, and I've even been complimenting myself and noticing when I wear this, but yesterday I rubbed this on when I went to work. One of my colleagues said, "What do you use on your skin right here?" I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this, but look at this glistening skin that I have here. And I did make myself red just now rubbing it in, but you see all the sheen that you're seeing. I'm also going to put a little bit on my hand so that you can see how much sheen it adds to your hands. It's an anti-aging product and I love this. On the bottle it says glisten and glow. This body care is reimagined. Our silky body balm combines the lasting hydration of a lotion with the anti-aging benefits of a serum. Aloe seaweed improves the appearance of the skin elasticity and makes the skin feel tighter all over. Super nourishing formula softens skin with a combination of passion fruit, coconut, OSEA, and babasu oils, all day hydration while you glow. And when the person complimented my skin, she said, what do you use on your skin right here? Because it looks so hydrated. Those were her words. And that's the first time I've gotten a compliment on my neck and décolleté. And I know that it was this body balm. I immediately said, it's this anti-aging lotion is what I said by OSEA. That's what I've been using. So this is definitely worth trying out. I have been loving it. This is going to be hard for me to show you guys because I just put the other product on. But these are two body glaze products that I was influenced to buy through a Facebook ad. You guys have probably seen this ad where people are showing off their skin after using this. And I was like, I like how this looks. And the idea of what the smells were, the smells intrigued me. This one is called Icing for the Skin. So it's basically the donut one. And then this one is called Strawberry Shortcake. I prefer the donut one. It's a little milder as far as the fragrance and it smells like a glazed donut. And then this smells like what it says as well. It smells like strawberry, but it's a little bit stronger. I probably have used the strawberry one actually more than I have used the other one. I think I just happen to have used this one more, but I still prefer the donut. I probably used it less because I'm trying to save it, but I'm going to show you guys try to show you how good this is. It is a body glaze, as it says, and you put this on and it looks like a cream at first, and then as you rub it in, it turns into a glaze. Look at my skin here. Look at what it becomes. It is a glaze on your skin. So it's one of those products that when you put it on your legs, they look amazing. They look so beautiful. So as we are approaching summer, I wanted to give you guys this heads up that this product, if you've seen it on Facebook, this product is actually very, very good. It smells like a donut. Donut is probably the one that I'll keep buying. I may not get the strawberry one again, but I do like this one. And if you like the smell of strawberry shortcake, you would like this one too. But I prefer smells like this. So I know I'll repurchase the donut, but I love how this makes my skin look and how it feels. Like it goes on like this and you're gonna look like you've been glazed at first, but it absorbs into the skin, but your skin looks so hydrated and just not ashy. Okay, these are very good and I highly recommend that you guys try them out. I actually think when I purchased these, I got them at a discounted rate, so hopefully there's a sale on their website. I will link them down below. So this is a skincare product, and this is the last one I'm going to talk about. This is Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. And I've used this before, but I put it aside and I kind of started using my Paula's Choice Exfoliating Liquid. And you can use that every day. You can use this at night. 2 to 3 days a week is probably enough for this product. I was experiencing a lot of texture on my skin, and you all have heard me talk about texture and how much I hate it. I hate texture. I remembered that I purchased this and had never opened it. I had it in my stash and I was like, oh yeah, I've got that. And I remember it was pretty good at smoothing the skin as well. So let me try it again. And I kid you not, I put this on at night and the next day I could immediately tell that my skin was smoother. It was like instant. Instant. It's formulated with AHA and BHA and it helps resurface and renew the skin. And it has a dropper here, so it's like this, and it's like a clear serum. There's a dropper, and it's a clear serum, okay? And it says here to use up to 3 times per week. So that's what it actually says on the bottle. And it has in it glycolic acid and some other ingredients. When you first try this, you're going to feel a little bit of a tingle, but it's very mild, and you will sleep with this product on, and the next day your skin is going to be smoother. I also think I've checked their website, and there have been people that talked about how it really helps keep them from having acne. I like using this to reduce my texture, and remember that Good Molecules is an affordable brand. You can get this at Ulta, or you can order it directly from their website. I highly recommend this product. The primer that I have on, and it is almost a skincare as well, and the cap looks a hot mess. I really can't see anymore, guys. It's getting really bad. Can't see. This is called Milk Primer. It's from Beekman 1802. You've heard me talk about it a whole lot here on my channel. It has SPF 35 in it. I haven't talked about it in a while, so I wanted to mention it again. It has a pump here. I wanted you guys to know I'm still using this. I bought it at Ulta. If I'm remembering correctly, this cost about $25. I love this. Been loving it for a while. Still love it. Of course, it's a sunscreen, so it provides you that protection that you need, but it is wonderful at keeping your makeup on all day. It helps my makeup adhere, so I get really long wear or extended wear from my foundation whenever I use this primer. I purchased it the first time during the 21 Days of Beauty. I purchased it second time, regular price. I'm almost out of it again, and I will buy it again. One of the foundations that I have been loving is this Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint, and I have it in the shade 330. I filmed a video on this foundation, and I was wearing 2 shades, 322 and 338. The Target that I purchased my first 2 bottles from did not sell 330. So I went out on the hunt later, and I found 330, and I should have remembered that previously when I've worn Maybelline, I also wore the shade 330, but I forgot because it's been a while. So I bought the shade 330, and this one is a perfect match. Love, love, love this shade. Love it. So I do want to show you guys, since now I have the correct shade, I do want to show you what this shade looks like on my hand here. Here it is. This is what 330 looks like. So if you use me as a shade reference, this is our shade. Look at how perfect that is. I love this. When I started wearing this foundation, I started reaching for this over some of my high-end foundations. I was enjoying this so much, and I still do. It's a very lightweight foundation. It gives you light to medium coverage and looks so natural on the skin. It is definitely worth purchasing if you love affordable makeup, and even if you don't. Like if you're a high-end person like I tend to be, I still like a good deal if the makeup is affordable but looks high-end. I love that. It doesn't settle into any of my fine lines and wrinkles, which is what I'm looking for now. It gives a beautiful glow, and it is long wearing. So by the end of the day, this still looks wonderful on my skin. I actually think there's a possibility I could use up all 3 bottles. You guys know I stay between 2 places. My 330 shade is here in this home, and my other 2 shades are at my work home, and I reach for them all the time and wear them to work all the time. And I'm wearing this all the time on the weekends. So I might be able to empty these. These are worth purchasing. So if you haven't checked this one out, I highly recommend it. I'm hungry, guys. Hungry. I'm always hungry when I'm filming. What is that about? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one because I've been talking about it quite a bit here on my channel. I have filmed a video where I was doing a Get Ready With Me a few videos ago, and I was using this Haus Labs foundation. The shade that I have this in is 415 Medium Deep Cool. I did recommend this foundation during my Sephora recommendations video, and I also filmed a Get Ready With Me where I was trying this on. I think I'd already used it, but I used it in that video. And even though the shade is a little bit off for me, I will probably buy this again because it is that good. And I'll choose a different shade the next time, and I will go in store to get it so that I make sure that I'm getting the shade that I think works best for me. Even though this shade is a little off, I love this foundation and I reach for it also. All throughout April, I was alternating between this one and the other one from Maybelline all the time. This foundation is so good, guys. I find it to be long wearing, but it also just makes me look so healthy. It just looks so beautiful on my skin, and it doesn't settle in my lines and wrinkles on my face, which I'm looking for, because some foundations get a little bit crepey on my skin and this one does not do that. So even though I'm combination and I get oily in my T-zone, it doesn't get oily and it just gives me a beautiful finish. I highly recommend this. It is worth its weight in gold. The foundation I'm wearing today is a new favorite, but I want to talk about it anyway. I didn't want to wait till next month. So I have on the Lancôme Rénergie Lift Makeup. This one has SPF 27 in it. It says up to 12-hour lifting, hydration, and radiance. And this one is in the shade 430. I really like this foundation, guys. I haven't been using it very long. I actually also purchased the Lancôme. I have it here in the box here, but this is the Lancôme Care and Glow, and I bought this one in 420W. I don't know if it's because this shade was not available or I just forgot. I hadn't tried this one. I purchased this one a while ago, half off 21 Days of Beauty, but hadn't used it. Then I purchased this one, I think, same thing, 21 Days of Beauty, and I didn't get them in the same shade, probably because I forgot that I chosen another shade. So I actually like this 430 shade a little better than 420W over here, because I've tried this one too. And of the two right now, I'm really feeling this one because I think this one is a little bit more anti-aging and for mature skin compared to the Glow. But this one is great too, so I think I might actually film a review on this one. So let me show you guys. This is the 420. You probably can't tell much of a difference. It's sort of close. And this is 430. And this one comes in like a regular clear bottle. This is in a frosted bottle. But they're both good. I don't know if they're both needed. They're so similar. I do think this is a little glowier than this one. But I feel like the reason I'm liking this one is that anti-aging is something about how it looks on my more mature skin that I'm really feeling about it. It's really, really pretty and comfortable, and I love it. I'm starting to fall in love with Lancôme foundations all over again. I have used their foundations before, but I haven't used it in a while, but I'm starting to feel it here. These are really good. But today, I'm kind of talking about the Rénergie. If you have more mature skin, I think that this is a really good option for you. So I wanted to let you guys know this is a winner. Been loving this in the month of April. I don't have these two products on, but I want to talk about them because I have another video I'm going to film about concealers for mature skin. So I have on a different concealer, but I do want to talk about these products. So first, this is the FAUXFILTER Corrector, and it's by Huda Beauty. And this one is in the shade Mango, and it's this peachy color. So I really like the color for correcting my dark circles. Again, I don't have it on today, but I really like this. And I believe in the last video I filmed where I did my Sephora haul, I did put this on if you'd like to see how this wears on my skin. But when I make time to wear this color corrector, I think it makes a huge difference in my concealer application. It does a really great job of canceling out my dark circles. Then when I layer on my concealer, it just sort of smooths my under eye. The two together do a great job of getting rid of the divots. I always tell you guys about the divots where your under eye takes a little bit of a dip. It kind of smooths that out and your under eye looks much smoother. I don't know how long it's been out, but I wanted another color corrector. So when I saw this, I immediately jumped on it during the sale, and I haven't had it that long, but I love this. I think it is a great addition to give you perfect under eye makeup. If you have issues with dark circles the same way that I do, I would highly recommend that you check them out because they have, just like all of their other products, they have an array of colors for the color corrector. So there's definitely one that will suit you and your skin tone. This one works for me, but there are lots of others to choose from, and I definitely recommend that you check out this color corrector. The next product that I want to mention is this Natasha Denona concealer. I also tried this on in that Sephora try-on haul. I love this. I have been reaching for this constantly since getting it. I love the shade. I love the doe foot, and I love the creaminess of this concealer. It really does wear beautifully with that color corrector, but I don't have to wear a color corrector with this. It is a really great concealer. It's wonderful for my mature skin. It doesn't settle in my fine lines, and it is worth the hype. I love the packaging. I love how this feels. It's like a matte feeling cap. It feels very comfortable in my hand, and I love, again, love the shade. It's a warm shade for me, but not too bright. So I have really been enjoying this ever since purchasing it, and I have intentionally reached for it quite a bit. So I look forward to continuing to use it. But I wanted to tell you guys, ever since using it in the month of April, I continue to use this every day. So I really have enjoyed this Natasha Denona concealer. This shade is NY11 neutral yellow. I'm typically neutral, but as you can tell in my skin, I do have some yellow undertones. So this works beautifully for my skin tone. I have really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend that you try this out if you have not done so already. Love this one by Natasha Denona. So, got another concealer. I don't know what it is with me and complexion products. I've told you guys this. Loving foundation. I love concealer. I will never be able to use up all this concealer, but I love buying it. I love it. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I used to use this all the time and I raved about it to you guys. Then I used it all up and I just tried some other products and didn't immediately buy it again. They reformulated it and I wanted to try it again, but I wanted to get it in a deeper shade. So this one is 4N. It says Corrector Cream. 24-hour wear hydration creamy concealer full coverage. And one of the things I remember about this when I used to wear it before is a lot of times people kind of used it all over the face as well. They used it under the eye, but they would sometimes use this and kind of blend it out instead of even putting on foundation. I just used it under my eye, and it is a beautiful and creamy full coverage concealer, and it is still one of my favorites. I mean, I love this. It's still one to have. It is beautiful. I love the doe foot again, and this one is more neutral, and I actually think this is a better match for me than what I used to wear. I used to have like a peach one, and I think the only reason I purchased that one is this shade was out. There were a lot of shades sold out at the time that I bought this concealer. I purchased the peach concealer. It had 3 in it and peach, and I purchased that one because it was the closest to what I needed, and it was beautiful for a while, but I wanted a deeper shade this time around, and I got this one, and it's perfect. It's still a brightening concealer, but it is just like 1, maybe 2 shades lighter than my foundation, so it works beautifully. So this has been wonderful. Love the new formula. I love this by Dior. Now that I've talked a little bit about those products, I want to talk some about some brushes before I move on with other makeup products. When I filmed the Sephora haul, I used a couple of brushes during my video, and people asked me what they were. And I thought, you know what? These brushes have been my favorites for a while, and I don't remember the last time I talked about them, so let's bring them back out. This one wasn't asked about, but I do want to mention this one. All of these are Sonia G brushes, the 3 that I'm going to talk about first. This brush is my Sonia G Classic Base, and I initially bought this brush for a liquid foundation. This brush contains Socoho goat and synthetic bristles, so this allows us to be able to use cream and liquid products with her brushes. A lot of her brushes are made for powder products, so I was excited to see that I could buy a brush for liquid makeup. I had to have it. I bought this for foundation, but you guys know me. I need a little bit bigger foundation brush. I started using it for concealer, and this is my go-to brush for concealer now. I have another one from Sephora that I also use, but this is really my go-to. I grab this one every day. It's amazing. It just blends your concealer out seamlessly. Today I didn't use it because I wanted it to be a little bit cleaner for this video, so I didn't use it today, but I love this brush. It is so good. So this is one worth purchasing if you're looking for a good concealer brush, or if you don't mind a small brush for applying foundation, it's great for that as well. I bought that brush first, and when I realized it was too small to use for foundation, I went back and I got the jumbo base. Same bristles in this brush as the other. I bought them individually from Beautylish. The same beautiful Sonia G handle. This is a handcrafted brush, and it has, again, synthetic and natural hair bristles. And this one has an angle, so I wasn't sure once I got it if I was going to love that angle. And at first, I think when I talked to you guys, I was just using it like this, painting the makeup on. But now I'm kind of start buffing a little bit and painting and using it lots of different ways. And this is my go-to foundation brush. I reach for this one all the time. The handle is so comfortable in my hand. This is just the perfect size. It's not too large. The angle is wonderful. And it's great for kind of like packing on foundation. So if I'm trying to do coverage in a particular place, I'm able to do that. If I need to buff, I'm able to do that. It just is a multi-purpose. And this is what they look like side by side. These are great brushes for foundation and concealer. But what I love about going ahead and investing a little bit more money in my brushes, not only is the application better, but they last a long time. I have not had a Sonia G brush break ever. But brushes that I don't spend as much money on tend to break sometimes. These don't do that. Love this. I don't even have issues with shedding with these two brushes. If you're in the market for foundation and concealer brushes, highly recommend these. Another brush that someone asked me about that I was using in that video was this bronzer brush. This is by Sonia G and it's a Face Pro brush. And I think that probably most people would use this brush for bronzer. I kept seeing people use it and I wanted to have it. It is my go-to bronzer brush. It's angled. I used this one today actually. It's a little bit dirty because I did use this one. And I reach for this every single day to apply bronzer. It's perfect. It's not a small brush, so it is a large enough brush for sweeping the product on your face very quickly. It's very fluffy, so it's just easy to move fast and apply your bronzer very quickly and give you a beautiful, beautiful finish. Highly recommend the Face Pro brush by Sonia G. This is a brush that is expensive and I rarely talk about it on my channel, but I've been reaching for this brush a lot lately and I just feel like I gotta tell y'all about it. So this is a Ciroc Beauty brush, and years ago I filmed a video on this brush. It was the most expensive brush sold at Sephora. At the time I was working at Sephora, I was able to purchase this brush for 30% off. The cost of this brush now is $260 for this one brush. I think that was the face I made when I filmed this video. This is called the Artisque Face Brush. It says this brush can be used for bronzers, blushes, highlighters, and setting powders. And it's made of gray squirrel hair. This is another handmade brush. And gray squirrel hair is very soft. So first thing you need to know is this is a very soft brush. But this particular brush is not too soft. It's not too fluffy. I've had brushes that are a little fluffier than this that are made of squirrel hair. The way it has been bound, it adds the right amount of fluffiness. It's not too fluffy. So you can buff products into the skin. So I could go right over my cheek products here and buff, and it's not gonna buff anything away because it's such a soft brush. And where I really fell in love with this brush again was I used it to apply my blush in my Sephora recommendations video. And I had on like a pink hoodie and I used a blush that had pink in it that I'm going to talk about in a moment. And the way I buffed it in with this brush, it gave me such a beautiful flush and it made that blush look better than it had ever looked on my skin because I used this brush. And I said, uh-oh, wait a minute. I got to start using this again. Oh my gosh. I use it regularly, but I don't always reach for it. But I started reaching for it again and started whipping it out a whole lot more. I've been applying bronzer with it. I've applied everything. Bronzer and blush are my main products, but if I'm in a hurry, I'll turn it on the side and use it to apply highlighter as well. So it is a gorgeous brush. It has like a ombre handle. You might not be able to tell, but the handle goes from black to purple. And it's just beautiful. And I love this brush. And even though I have had it for years and I did pay a lot for it, it's still in great condition. These brushes might be expensive, but they will last you forever. They will last you forever, and the brush does make a difference. Love this one. I have been loving this Givenchy powder. This is the Prism Libre powder, and it is in shade 4. You may not be able to tell, but there's like a green, an orange, and another kind of orange, maybe a little bit lighter, and a purple. And this is like a color correcting face powder. I think it's my favorite face powder. I switch between this one, the Huda powder, and Laura Mercier, but I'm always happy to reach for this. It gives a very soft hold and a soft finish. I didn't use it today, but I love this powder, and I definitely recommend that you guys give it a try if you haven't done so. It is a little bit pricey, but I love this Givenchy powder. I bought it during a sale in the fall and have really enjoyed using it, and this may be my new go-to color. I was using a lighter shade because it was more translucent. It was the lightest shade, but now I've been using this and it really hasn't made a difference in the translucent feel of the powder, but it's like a color. It has this in it, but it's a color powder, but it goes on beautiful on your skin. It gives you the most beautiful airbrushed finish, and I just want to say to you again that I really love this particular powder in number 4. Love this. The eyeshadow palette that I've been reaching for is this one by Tom Ford, and I did a video on this I think a while ago. No, in the Get Ready With Me. My Get Ready With Me that I did not too long ago, I was wearing this palette, and it is the palette that I used for my eyeshadow look today. I love this palette, and it is such a simple palette. This is the Cherry Smoke palette by Tom Ford, and this is the new one. I have another one here that was broken, and Sephora had to send me this one to replace that one. I have used the broken one most because I took one with me to work, which is the broken one, and then I kept this one here, and I keep it on my vanity, and it's just one I have been reaching for a lot lately when I go to work. And I think whenever I have a quad, I love using quads because I don't really have to think a lot about it. It's just easy to apply an eyeshadow look really fast and be out the door. And I feel like I have a skin tone where a red eyeshadow works really well with my skin tone on a daily basis, so I can wear a red smoky eye a couple of times a week and we are good. It just seems to work with just about anything that I put on my face and any outfit that I wear. I seem to be able to get away with it, and I wouldn't have thought that I would love this palette as much as I do. It's a $90 palette. It's 4 eyeshadows, but I love it. I reach for it all the time. The powders in this eyeshadow palette are very silky and just blend out beautifully. The eyeshadow look is probably kind of simple, but for everyday looks, I like simple. I'm happy to report that I love this palette and that I've been using it all the time because it is a little bit pricey, and I hate when I buy something that's expensive just to kind of give it a try and then I don't like it as much or don't use it as much. This is my second Tom Ford quad, and I've had really good experiences with these palettes. So I just wanted to tell you this one is another good one if you like a cherry smoky eye. So that's the only eyeshadow that I want to talk about. I have a couple of new ones. I have one by Mario and I have a Natasha Denona, but I need a little more time with those because they have so many shadows in the palette that I just need more time to try them all out to tell you guys how I feel about it, but they are promising. So now I want to talk a little bit about bronzer. So I got this YSL bronzer. I wasn't sure about it at first. I swatched it for you guys and I wore it in the last video, the Sephora haul. I wore this and I wasn't quite sure whether I loved it or not, but now I'm starting to love this. It's the bronzer that I have on today, and the reason I wasn't so sure because it's not cheap. This is an expensive bronzer. It's expensive and it's not super dark on my complexion, but the powder is so silky, and that's why it made it into the favorites. I reach for it every day, so I'm like, is it dark enough? I'm not sure. There is another one that is darker than this one that they sell, but I feel like it would be too deep for me if I were to buy that one. And for $65, I'm using this one. I'm not gonna buy another one. I'm just gonna work with the one I have. I think that this is the right shade for me because I think the other one would be too deep. But in comparison to some of my other bronzers, it's not as warm as some of the other ones and not as dark. But it serves its purpose. So it does bronze my skin really beautifully and softly. So if you're my complexion and maybe one shade deeper, you can use this bronzer. And if you're a little lighter than me, you can use this bronzer. But I wouldn't say to use this one if you're much darker than that. You probably need to move to the other shade. But the reason I love it, it has really great skincare ingredients in this powder. I just feel like it just looks beautiful all day. I just reach for it all the time. I love the silkiness of the powder. I love how the powder feels on my skin. They could have made this particular shade a little darker or built another shade in between this one and the next shade. Would have been nice, but I am using it and I think it is very luxe. I love the package. I am using it. It is a favorite, but if you like your bronzer to have a lot more depth and dimension, you might would want to go with a deeper shade or buy something else entirely, because this, as you can see, softly bronzed my skin. This is on my favorites list. Love this. Have been using it quite a bit, and it's by YSL. I never say what the name of it is. It's the All Hours Hyper Bronze is what it's called. This one is in the shade Warm Sandalwood, and I'm having to remember that because it's not written on the back of this package, but this shade is Warm Sandalwood. It's the next to darkest shade. Let's talk a little bit about blush. Got a couple that I want to talk about. First off, the blush that I mentioned when I was talking about the brush earlier is this one by House Labs. Boop. This is the shade Dragon Fruit Days. And the best way to see this beautiful blush in action is on my Sephora recommendations video. This is the blush I was wearing and I loved how it looked. I am wearing this today, but I'm wearing it in combination with another blush. So I put the Dragon Fruit Days mostly here in the back, and then I have something else on my cheek. But this is a gorgeous blush. It looks intimidating in the pan. When I buffed it out with this brush and applied it in kind of a buffing motion, I just felt like it looked so natural on my skin, and it worked perfectly with the hoodie that I was wearing that day. That just brought it all together. This is beautiful, and I would love to buy this in more shades. I just love how this wears. It wears all day, and I've been reaching for it. The only thing that I would say is the pan is so large, and I think maybe it's smaller now. This was what it was originally in, but it may be in a smaller pan now because I don't need this much blush. That would be the only thing I'd say. So they could sell me a smaller blush and I could save a little bit of money because I feel like I'll never use all of this, but it is gorgeous. Love this one by House Labs. The other blush that I'm wearing is this one by Rare Beauty. You guys know I bought 3 of these. 3. This one is in the shade Happy. And I think this is my favorite one. I also have Hope and Joy. I haven't worn Joy again. I wore Joy when I filmed that video along with the Giorgio Armani blush. I put them on together. And I've just been feeling the pinks lately, so I've been reaching for a pink blush every day. So I got to go back to Joy. But I have really been loving Happy. And I put this one on my cheek today. And as you can tell, this is a luminous blush. So if you don't like luminous blush, don't buy these. These are luminous, okay? But they give the softest color. I do think it's a soft color. There may be other shades other than the ones I purchased that are deeper, but I feel like it gives you a soft cheek, a hint of blush on your cheek. If you have more fair skin, it may look totally different on you, but on my deeper skin, you can tell that I have like a little soft flush on my cheek, but it's beautiful. So I love the luminous cheek, and I've been reaching for it quite a bit. I think it looks very angelic and beautiful. I love these. I love these just as much as I love the highlighter, you know, okay? So this is very beautiful. If you love that kind of luminous finish for your blush, this is Happy. It's a kind of cool pink. I really like this particular pink. So Rare Beauty has knocked it out of the park again. On to highlighter, guys. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. It's the Glow Seeker highlighter. It looks like this. I talked about it in my recommendations video. I'm going to swatch 3 of these. So let's start with this one. And I reach for this constantly. So really am impressed with this. I think it is very similar to the Amrezy highlighter as far as the baked formula and the texture. And I think that this is worth picking up if you loved Amrezy. I think they may be a little different in color, but this is gorgeous. So love this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. At the same time I purchased that one, I purchased this one from Tom Ford. I wanted to recommend it to you guys during the recommendations video as well, but I was like, I was trying to narrow it to 10 products, so I decided not to recommend this one because it was more expensive and to go with the Anastasia one. But I really like this one. I like this one a lot. It is so beautiful, and it's called, this is the Glow Highlighter. This is what it looks like. So as you can tell, it's a little bit lighter than the other. Both are beautiful. Both go on smoothly, but I really like the look of the Tom Ford highlighter. More expensive, but worth buying. I love this one. Very similar formula to the Anastasia, but slightly different color. The one I'm wearing today, so that's this highlighter. Oh my gosh. You can save a lot of money just by going with this one. I talked about it during my haul, and I haven't had it long, but it's so good that I felt like I had to tell you guys about it. This is Glitzy Gold, and this one is from Sephora collection, so it is affordable. You don't even have to wait for a sale. You can go right in and buy this. And it comes in multiple shades, so if this one doesn't work for you, you can buy it in another shade. But that's what they all look like in comparison. So this is, to me, a little more peachy. It's a peachy gold. That's a yellow gold. This is more like a white gold. This is a glaze, and I just think it is gorgeous. This is a knock it out the park product. So we're going to add a little bit more as if we need more. Look at that. Woo! Do you see that wet cheek? Look at that. I cannot believe that this is Sephora collection. Sephora collection is good, but they really brought their A game with this one. And people have been hyping this up on the internet, and it is quite affordable. Can't remember what I paid for it because I got it 30% off. Very affordable highlighter. You could buy it in every shade. Okay, so you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a great highlight. I've been reaching for this a lot. I'm like digging through my makeup like, where is it? Where is it? And I've been reaching for it a lot. It lasts all day. It's beautiful. And it's a glaze, so it doesn't accent the texture on my skin. It just looks gorgeous. This one has excited me the most because it's affordable. Love it. Getting to the end, guys. Getting to the end. I talked about this Benefit mascara as a recommendation, and I wanted to tell you guys it's still a favorite. It's a favorite as well. This is the Bad Gal Bang Mascara. It probably won't be a May favorite because I'll probably be finished with it pretty soon. I'll probably empty this in May. I don't think I'll bring it back and talk to you guys again because I've talked about it enough on my channel now. But this is a wonderful mascara. Just a great everyday mascara. It's really black, and I like that it grabs my lashes. Like, I have on lashes right now. I use this for my top lashes before applying lashes, but I used it on my bottom lashes. I used a lash primer, which really helps me separate my lower lashes, and then I used this, and it helped by having the lash primer on. But I love this mascara because I can apply it to my lower lashes. I don't have to use a special tiny wand to apply mascara to my lower lashes. If I can find a full-length mascara that can be applied to my lower lashes, it's in the winner column. So this one works great for top and lower lashes. It doesn't flake. It wears all day. It's a great mascara. I can get my lashes to look more voluminous and longer at the same time with this one. So love this mascara by Benefit. I'm loving this Anastasia Beverly Hills Cool Brown Lip Liner. To me, it's not very cool. It looks warmer. It's reminding me of Cork. It swatched very close to my Foxy Brown, but it reminds me more of my MAC Cork as far as the color. The lipstick is Spanish Pink by Tom Ford. It's not really a favorite. It's just one I wear all the time. I also have on Dare to Bear by Pat McGrath, and there's a gloss here. It's a peachy gloss by Charlotte Tilbury. That's what I've had during the whole video. It's not part of my favorites, But I do want to reapply this product because I applied this in the last video. I was just trying this product out by City Beauty, and it's a plumping gloss, and I just kind of feel like I want to plump up my lips. And it was beautiful that day, and I want to put it on again. This is San Diego, and it's a plumping gloss. And the clear sort of reminds me of the lip injection by Too Faced is what it reminds me of, but it's not as powerful. Neither one of them are, but it's definitely a plumping gloss. But I am digging these products. They give you the most beautiful, full, plump lips. I haven't had them long, so I'm not gonna call them a monthly favorite, but I did want to shout it back out again. I'm gonna keep using this, especially when I want more full and voluptuous lips. Love this. Another favorite that I want to mention are these lip products by Hourglass. I have tried both colors now, and I'm gonna swatch them really quickly just so you can see. I have them in Crease and Haze. It was a set, and the Hourglass lip products are a little bit expensive. I can't tell you what it's called because on the package it just says Hourglass, but I will link them down below. But these are like a shiny lip. These were kind of an impulse buy. I was there to pick up my color corrector from Huda, and I decided to walk around to make sure there was nothing else I wanted to buy on sale. And while I was there, I decided to pick these up. I'd seen them advertised and thought, those look pretty good, but I just dismissed it and moved on. But then when I saw them in store, I decided to put them in my basket. This is what they look like, and it's a shiny kind of lip gloss. That seems to be what people are making these days, are these shiny lip kind of lipstick glossy type of products. And these are sort of like the Tarte ones, except they're not plumping, but they do make my lips look very voluminous, and I feel like I feel a little something, but very minimal. It may just be how they feel on my lips. I don't know that they're meant to tingle, but I love them, and I have been reaching for them daily since purchasing them, so I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about them in this month's favorite. I haven't used them throughout the month of April, but I highly recommend that you check them out. If you've heard good things about them, add me to the list. These are good. Like, you just kind of turn the bottom here and it's like this, and it's just easy to apply, and they look beautiful on the lips. I wasn't sure if I was going to love the darker shade, but they're kind of sheer on your lips, and they both just add a little bit of color, and one adds a little bit of pink color and one adds a color that looks a little bit more red, but love them both. Happy that I picked these up, and I'm feeling the plumping. Like, I don't know if you guys notice that my lips are plumping a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. I love it. This is like one of those things where it's like, I didn't know I wanted this. I didn't know that I would like having a fuller, plumper lip, but I do. The last two products that I want to mention were sent to me, and I just wanted to kind of tell you guys that I am still using these products. I was sent these products from Lawless. It's a cherry lip balm by Lawless, and it comes in tons of shades, so not just a cherry one. But I wore this, I believe, in that Get Ready With Me that I filmed not too long ago, and I have reached for this all the time, constantly putting this lip balm on. Like, I'll be like, which one do I want to wear today? It's one of these lip products that I've purchased recently, and this one makes the cut quite a bit. It's a balm, it's very comfortable, but adds the perfect amount of color to my lips, and I love topping it with this cherry gloss. I have this in a smaller size too, so Lawless knocked it out of the park. And I forgot to bring in here too the lip mask. I have been wearing the lip mask. I'll pop a picture up, but I've been wearing the lip mask at night as well, and it tingles on my lips. It feels so good, so soothing on the lips. So I've been wearing the lip mask too. So these are all really good lip products from Lawless. I will link them down below. Love these. These are winners. I've been filming now for quite some time, and look at how my skin still looks from where I applied that anti-aging balm. Like, it gives your skin such a beautiful hydrated appearance, and it still feels hydrated. So love that. I have been so fortunate lately and have found some really great products lately and have been loving all of these things during the month of April. So thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.